Hello, this is Justice Tuna, and today I'm here to show you a very awesome game called Split Second, or also known as Split Second Velocity in Europe. Split Second was kind of the rival to Blur, which came out not too long ago, and both of which are great racing games, but I really wanted to get this one because it has some really cool features, which I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so we're going to play Quick Play, and here you got the standard modes and stuff, but the one I want to really focus on is one that's like Airstrike, called Airstrike Revenge, or Air Revenge really. A really fun mode where pretty much the objective, instead of just dodging the airstrike's missiles, you have to actually send them back to destroy the helicopter, and I think this is really cool. I'm going to try and beat my personal best, as you just saw, using this car, the Ryback Cyclone Special. I have it in blue when I'm usually racing because the blue and white goes really well together. And so yeah, the idea of this mode is to pretty much destroy the helicopter before it, destroys you, pretty much. Well, actually, compared to Airstrike, where you have to just keep dodging, and the most dodges you get a high score, in this one you have to pretty much keep dodging and destroy the helicopter gradually. And people have some ridiculous times. I think the fastest time someone's ever done an Airstrike Revenge or Air Revenge mission was 51 seconds, and I'm not even sure how that's anywhere near possible. Anyway, so let's get it going. Air Revenge. See, there's a chopper which is going to be hounding you for the whole race, and what you basically got to do is pretty much, take the chopper down as fast as you can to win the event. The timer is basically how long it takes you to do it, and you can fill up the bar by dodging the missiles as you see, and you get a clear bar for dodging the whole wave. And once you've done that, you can pretty much launch it back. See, now I could launch it back now as it's blue, but I want to wait until it's red, because a level 3, as you see, is going to do this. Take loads of health, and it's much smarter than, just trying to shoot one by one. Now drifts, jumps, whatever, anything stylish you do with your split-second car will fill up the gauge fast enough to take it down. Now, you have to be really careful. As you just saw, if you get really close to the explosion, it will jar your car, and you have to be very careful. But that's what makes it really exciting. You have to be careful, because if you, of course, get hit, then it'll be a problem, and you'll probably see why later. Now, the second you see the icon, be it blue or red in my case, you have to instantly hit it to send the missiles right back at the chopper. And I think this is really amazing, because it's a really interesting mode. It really changes sort of the dynamic between. And oh look, there's a wreck. See, if there's a wreck, let me just interrupt myself for a second. If there's a wreck, you lose your whole bar. You have to start from the beginning, so you have to build that meter again. But yeah, what makes this so interesting is how it really sort of changes up the sort of normal monotonous, you're just racing all the time. And Split Second has many different modes. This is one of those great ones, and I think this is really amazing. Obviously, as you go on, the stakes are higher. The the chopper begins to shoot more and more missiles at you. But I've noticed, and I'll probably be able to show this around the next turn here, is when you see the icon for where you can launch it back, it actually helps dodge the missiles a little bit more, because you can see where they're going to hit more exactly than, say, if you weren't looking. Press B again. Now, I think it takes about 3 level 2s, as in pressing B or circle if this is a PS3, to take down the chopper. And really, that's the fastest way, because if you try to do it just with one shot, your time will be horrendous. And if you're doing this on season, you'd probably just get like 8th place just like that. So you have to be really efficient. As to how people manage to do it within like 1 minute 51 seconds, I'm really not sure. My original score was 3 minutes 4 seconds, which is pretty terrible, but I am trying to beat my high score here, so if I accomplish that, then that's pretty good. Alright, check this out now. As you can dodge them, you'll slowly build meter, and the second you see the red icon, bam, done. Yeah, that's all for Airstrike Revenge, or Air Revenge. Really good stuff. I mean, it's a mode that's really fun, and I kind of wish it was on multiplayer if implemented properly, but I'm sure it'd probably be annoying if it's done wrong. Now, I'm going to show you another mode that I think is pretty awesome, and it's pretty different to anything I've ever played in a racing game. And it's called Survival. Now, in Survival, you have to actually race to pass several rigs on all these different maps, which are more or less similar to the maps you're usually on. You have to race and pass these rigs which are throwing canisters at you. Now there's something special about them. Anyway, we're rocking the Ryback Cyclone Special again, and gonna go for black color this time. Actually, no, white. Yeah, we're gonna go for white. And pretty much this mode is about, well, just not dying. I think a lot like Air Revenge, just you're not supposed to die because it really brings out the most of it. I think even with the ones where the stakes are higher, say elimination or airstrike, it's more a matter of getting the job done rather than getting penalized for screwing up. But this one you have to be really precise. See, pass as many split-second rigs as you can. Rigs drop explosive barrels. Hitting red barrels wrecks you. Passing rigs also adds bonus seconds to your timer. Getting an overtake streak to add to your score. Well, you get the picture. I'll explain more. See, there's the rig. As the rig's going, and there's more than one, in case you're wondering what happens if you pass it, the idea is to pass them. That timer is how long you have to do to pass several ones. See, it pushes barrels out, and you pretty much got to make your way through. I did do a drift there, but there is no technical skill that needed for this mode, because this is actually more about, well, surviving. These are just dummy cars, you just pass them, no big deal. So as you're racing past, you can get hit by the blue one, and all it does is really jar your screen as if you got hit by a power play, but instead, you have to keep moving forward. Just keep going. As you dodge more and more and not wreck, you get higher streaks. At the moment it's ×2. The more you get, and wait for it, like the more you get, it builds that little meter down there. And you can get higher bonuses for passing rigs. You get higher score each and every time. See, there's another little point there. Gotta be really careful. You see that near miss just there? Those red barrels can easily take you out, especially if you go by corners, because a lot of people, I think myself included at times, always try to stick to the corner feeling it's the most safe, but trust me, not all the time. So this actually tries to reward really sort of like tight driving, and you got to be really smart about how you do it. So as it goes on, you know, time's ticking on, and yes, see right there, right in the corner, very dangerous to be always rubbing the sides. So, you know, as time goes on, you got to pretty much build that meter. If this was season, you have to pretty much get a certain score to get first place, or just keep going on and on. And trying to beat my best here, which is 100,000 and 106,000. 13 seconds left on the clock. As I'm going on, 10 seconds left. There's a very interesting thing that happens, and I think I'm about to beat my high score here. Yep, there we go. You know, new personal best. The disturbing thing is, something happens. So, you know, usually you have 3 wrecks until you're done. However, when that timer runs out, you're pretty much going to be subjected to, and there's another wreck, but you're going to be subjected to a very, well, worrying situation, i.e. sudden death. And all that happens is that they just launch red barrels at you, you just get hit and die. It's pretty much the way of stopping it, stopping you from getting any points. I mean, I'm sure there's people who manage to get an infinite amount of points dodging red barrels to the very last breath, but hey, I can't really accomplish it myself. So yeah, that's I think it's pretty good. I beat my high score there. So that's pretty much it. You know, Air Revenge, Survival, 2 different game modes, really fun, really enjoyable, that make this a set apart from most racing games. I mean, you got your standard modes like Race, for example, Detonator, which is all about drifting and driving within a certain amount of time. I hate that mode. It is fun though, a little bit. Survival, of course, which I just showed you. Airstrike, really hard mode, dodging missiles and such like. Obviously, which is like Air Revenge over here, which is the one I showed you before, and Elimination, which a lot like Burnout, if you're the last car, you basically just get blown up. So, you know, many different modes that actually make Split Second a very enjoyable game, and I think this game is very underrated considering how many features you get, and I feel that anyone willing to have a serious action experience, a lot like, I don't know, a television show almost, should seriously check this out.